and write the running notes. It is very useful to class to you. I request Rajesh sir to hand over this class. Okay, bye bye.
Morning all. Welcome to the class. This is Rajesh Kashojala. Observe here. Already we have discussed in the previous class about compound interest. The same we are going to continue the compound interest class here. But still some more topics we have to learn in this compound interest only. Okay. So what is compound interest? First of all, we have to discuss again. What is compound interest? Difference between simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest, the principal amount will be fixed, no changes. Interest will be calculated on the fixed amount in simple interest. It may be any number of months, any number of years, but it will be calculated on fixed amount. But while coming to compound interest, generally compound interest will be calculated compounded annually, and when you are calculating this, after 1 year, the interest will be merged into the principal amount. So here principal amount is not a fixed amount. With the time duration, after the time duration, suppose if you are agreeing for 1 year, after 1 year automatically this interest amount will be merged in principal amount. So principal amount will be increasing here. So that is the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Already we have discussed, whenever we are going to lenders, we will take simple interest by, and whenever we are going for banks, then we will go by compound interest. And generally in savings accounts, we find the interest is giving us, and that will be in the mode of either half yearly or quarterly. In general, quarterly, most of the banks using quarterly only, half yearly or quarterly. So today we learn about quarterly and half yearly, how the compound interest will be calculated on these amounts. Compound interest, what is the general formula we have? A is equals to P of 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of N. A is amount, P is principal, R is rate of interest per annum, N is number of years, or else we can write here time period in years. Okay, now one more formula we can write here is CI. CI nothing but compound interest. How are you going to find this compound interest? As A minus P. A minus P, or else if you want to write, you can write 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of N minus P. So this is simple interest formula. Compound interest formula we will get here. So A minus P, compound interest nothing but A minus P. So what is A? P of 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of N minus P. Okay, let us take a small problem on this, and again we will continue the next one. An amount of rupees 1000 borrowed at a rate of 8% per annum for 2 years. If interest compounded annually, what is the amount? Very simple problem. A is equals to P of 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of N. What is here? 1000 is P. 2 years. 2. So 1000 into 100 and 100 in 1 100 plus 8, 108 by 100. But how many times? 2 times. 108 by 100. 1, 2, 1, 2 getting cancelled, 1, 0 getting cancelled. So 108 into 108 by 10. We can calculate 108 into 108. 8 8s are 64, 6, 8, 0, 0, 0, 1 8s are 8, 0, 1. 4, 6, 8, 8, 16, 1, 1. So 1166.40 we are getting at the rate of 8% after 2 years. Is that right? Only 166 rupees. Okay, 1000 rupees. 8. Okay. Small maybe. This is 164. Okay, fine. 0 0 108 4 6 8 plus 8 16 1 left 1. Okay, fine. Next, what we are taking here, if interest is compounded half yearly, interest is compounded half yearly, how much it is going to be? Observe here, compounded interest half yearly. Here you have to take a word conversion period. What is conversion period? The period of calculating interest. Nothing but half yearly. Now for 1 year, 2 half years will be there. So 2 conversion periods will get here. For 1 year, whenever we are calculating by half yearly. Then what we will get? How the formula is going to be? A is equals to P of. Generally, interest will be given per annum. Suppose if it is 8%, then automatically for half year how much it is going to be? 8 by 2. Nothing but how much you are going to get? R by 2 we will get here. Nothing but R by, already we will have 100 here. So 2 will be nothing but 200. Now, in years we are giving here. But for 1 year, how many half years we have? 2 we have. So that's why the formula is going to be changed as 2n here. So A is equals to P of 1 plus R by 200 whole to the power of 2n. A is equals to P of 1 plus R by 200 whole to the power of 2n we will get here. So this is the formula for compound interest while we are calculating half yearly. Let us do some problems on basis of this, and we'll check whether we are getting the same or not. Or else find the difference in CI if interest compounded annually and compounded half yearly. Compounded annually, already we know how to do it. What is P given? 1000 rupees. R is 10%, N is 1 year. What the formula we have? If interest compounded, formula is A is equals to P of 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of N. 1000, 1 plus 10 by 100 whole to the power of 1. How much it is giving? 1000 into 100 ones are 100 plus 10 is 110 by 100. 0, 0, 0, 0. 11 into 100 nothing but 1100 rupees he has to pay after 1 year. Okay, this is compounded annually. Now CI is equals to, CI1 is equals to A minus P or else 1100 minus 1000, which is giving us rupees 100. So keep it aside. Now we are calculating on half yearly. If it is compounded half yearly, if it is compounded half yearly, then what it is going to be? A is equals to P of 1 plus R by 200 whole to the power of 2n. So this is the formula we have here. A is equals to P of 1 plus R by 200. Even rate is half, the time period is 2 times. So what the principle, what the things we can write here? 1000 of 1 plus, what is rate of interest is 10 by 200 whole to the power of 2 into n is 1. So 1000 into 2 ones are 200 ones are 200 plus 10 is 210 by 200. How many times? 2 times. So 1, 2 zeros are getting cancelled, 1, 2 zeros are getting cancelled. How much it is? 21 21s are 441 0, nothing but into 10. So 4410 by 2 2s are 4. 4 1s are 4, 4 1s are 4, 1 left, so 0, 10 left, 2s are 0.50. So CI2 nothing but A minus P, 1102.5 minus 1000, 102.50. Now you observe here. Here what is CI we got? If compounded annually we got 100 rupees only. While we are calculating half yearly, how much got? 10250 only we got here. That means more 2 rupees 50 paise we are getting while we are calculating compounded half yearly. So if you are just decreasing the time period in intervals, conversion periods, automatically the value will increase, interest will increase. Okay, one more problem we'll see here. Ravi borrowed 12,000 rupees at 10% for 1.5 years. If it is compounded half yearly, what is the CI, compound interest? How much it is? 12,000 rupees he is borrowing here. So we'll write all those. P is rupees 12,000. R is 10%. N is 1.5 years. Or else if you are converting it into improper fraction, 2 1 2, 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2 years. This is compounded half yearly. So what is the formula? A is equals to P of 1 plus R by 200 whole to the power of 2n. 12,000 1 plus, what is R? 10 by 200 whole to the power of 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 2 into what is n? 3 by 2. 2 getting cancelled. So 12,000 into 201, 200 into 1, 200 plus 10. 210 by 200. 2 getting cancelled 3. So 210 by 200, 210 by 200. Cancellation of zeros, number of zeros. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 cancelling. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 are cancelling here. So what you are getting now? 21 into 21 into 21 into 12. Or else you may cancel here. 2 1s are 2 6s are. 2 1s are 2 3s are. So this is better you write 3 by 2. So 21 21s are 441. And again 21 3s are 63. So better we'll multiply here 441 into 63. 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12, 1, 3 4s are 12 plus 1 is 13, 6 1s are 6, 6 4s are 24, 2 left, 6 4s are 24, 26. 8 7 7 2. So 2 7 7 8 3 by 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, 1 left, 17, 2 8s are 1 left, 18, 9, 2, 3 we have here, 1s are 0.50. So 13, 8, 91.50 we are getting here. Now what we have to find? CI we have to find. So what is the formula for CI? We have A minus P. A is 13,891, P is 12,000. So how much is going to be? 1,891 rupees 0.50 is CI we require here. So this is half yearly, compounded half yearly. And one more we have here. What it is? Even quarterly also we have here. So we'll go with quarterly here. Interest is compounded quarterly. Sir, half yearly, what you are writing? We are writing P of 1 plus R by 200 to the power of Cn. Sir, why we are using 2 here? As already we discussed conversion period. For every 1 year, we have 2 half years. Now, quarterly. Quarterly means 3 months. Quarter means 3 months. Like these 3 months, how many 3 months we have in a year? How many we have? 4 we have. So instead of 2, we'll get 4 here. Even the interest is divided by 4 and the time period increases 4 times. So what is the formula we'll write here? R by 400 to the power of 4n. So this is the formula for compound interest when we are calculating quarterly. Now the same first example I am taking here. Principal is 1000 rupees and rate of interest is 10% and the time period is 1 year. Given interest compounded, A is equals to P of 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of 4n. What we have to take? 400 we have to take here. R by 400 to the power of 4n. 1000, 1 plus 10 by 400 whole to the power of 4 into 1 we have to write here. So 1000 of 400 ones are 400 plus 10. 410 by 400. Like this, how many we have to write? 4 ones are 4. So 4 we have to write here. 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 getting cancelled. 1 2 3 1 2 3 zeros are getting cancelled. So what is left now? 41 into 41 into 41 into 41 by into 4 into 4 into 4. Now you calculate here and get the answer whether it is, and check whether it is getting more than 102.5 or less than 102.5. Almost mostly we will get here more than CI2. That means already we have discussed here the interest time in periods are decreasing, time intervals are decreasing, automatically the interest will be increasing here. Okay, and you may check for the second one also. I have given here Ravi borrowed 12,000 at the rate of 10% for 1.5 years. If it is compounded quarterly, even you check for this problem also, we'll get the more here if it is possible. And one more we have here, that is, of course, up to now what we have discussed, totally the interest rate and the things are increasing. Now sometimes what happens when we are purchasing, already we have discussed in the previous class, when we are purchasing a bike, today we are purchasing at 50,000, but tomorrow if you want to sell, keep aside as it is, there is no change, even no scratch, everything. But tomorrow when you are going to sell it again, it's going to be second hand. The people will say it as even for a day or even for 1 hour, if you are purchasing from the showroom and again you are going to sell it for even in 1 hour, it is going to be called as second hand. No one will say it as first hand. Okay, because the name has to be changed again and everything process will be there, that is different. It will be called as second hand. So then what happens, if it is second hand, automatically the price will be depreciated, nothing but reduced. Okay, it will be reduced. So how it is going to be reduced? Suppose if I am purchasing a TV in my home and I am keeping for 6 years, after 6 years I want to sell it. Today I purchased it for 21,000. After 6 years, is it going to be the same value? No, it will be depreciated year by year. Every year the value will be depreciating. So the same thing happens. And suppose if anybody wants to ask after 6 years how much the value of this TV is going to be, then by the formula we can do very easily. Compound interest depreciation. Depreciation means reducing here. So instead of plus, simply we have to put a minus because the value is decreasing here. So what is A is going to be P of 1 minus R by 100 whole to the power of N. So this will get the depreciation value after number of years we need. Now for that I am going to take an example here. A TV purchased for rupees 21,000. After 1 year, it depreciates at 5% value after 1 year. By 5% the value is depreciating here. Now what is given? 21,000 is given. Rate of interest is 5%. Time period is only 1 year. Here value depreciates. So A can be taken as P of 1 minus R by 100 whole to the power of n. So 21 thousandths of 1 minus 5 by 100 whole to the power of 1. So 21 thousandths into 95 by 100. Two zeros are getting cancelled. 95 21s. 95 twos are 190. So 190 means 19 thousandths and plus 95. So 1900 plus 95 nothing but 1995 So after 1 year the value of TV is going to be at 19,950 only. Actually previously it was 21 thousands. But after 1 year it is depreciating its value 5%. So how much it should be? 19,950 only. We'll see one more problem here. A machinery worth of rupees 45,000 depreciates its value by 10%. After 2 years, how much the value of that machinery is going to be? Same everything. Write down P 45,000, R is 10%, N is 2 years. Here, what is happening? The value is depreciating. So what is the principle we can take? A is equals to P of 1 minus R by 100 whole to the power of n. 45,000 1 minus 10 by 100 whole to the power of 2. 45,000 100 ones are 100 minus 10. 90 by 100 into 90 by 100. Why? Because 2 times it is given. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay. What is left? 450 into 9 nines are 81. So 81 into 450. Right? Simple thing. 45 8s are 45 2s are 90. 94s are 360. So one more 45 we are going to add here. That is nothing but for 3,600 we are going to add it as 36450 is the depreciated value of the machinery after 2 years. You may check it. 450 into 81 you are going to get 36450. 81 36 plus 45 nothing but 36. 3600 plus 45 we are going to get it. Okay. So 36,450 is the value after 2 years of that machinery. So like this we can find even the depreciation also in our regular daily lives. Suppose if you want to sell a bike, for every year 10% it is decreasing. So how much after 5 years, after 6 years? Okay, so this is about today's we have completed compounded half yearly, compounded quarterly, and even the depreciation also we have taken here. And remember, if the time intervals, that means conversion periods are improving, automatically interest will be also increasing here. Okay, so this is enough for today. Thank you. Have a good day.
Super class. Okay, my dears, this class is very useful for all your computer exams. Then we will meet again next working day. Thank you.